sorry you're doing today. I just got off of work. And I'm so happy, man. It's Friday. I'm so happy it's the weekend, bro. You don't understand. Like, oh my goodness, I could have ran out that. I low-key did run out that place. Like, I was trying to get no overtime this week, but I got some. So, today, it was pretty simple, pretty easy. I had help today, which I always tell my mom I hate having help because help just makes more work for me. Like, it's like you're supposed to help me, but you're really just making more work for me. Like, I usually have to clean up after people because they don't know how to clean up after themselves. I'm a Virgo. I know y'all know this. I like cleanliness. So when I'm working, I clean up as I go. No one else does. And it irritates me. It bothers me. I feel like cluttered. I just feel like there's stuff all over the place. I cannot stand it. There's this woman at my job who, when she works, there's stuff everywhere. Like, it's just a mess everywhere, trash everywhere. And I'm just like, what is going on? Like, why? Everybody's just like, whoa. And I'm just like, yeah, why? Why is it like that? I can't work in confusion and destruction and a mess. Like, I can't. Speaking of that woman, oh Lord, my mom loves when I talk about this woman because she just see like, man, because she, you know how black older women are. It's just like, you can't tell them anything and they have to have it their way, and they always in your business and try to tell you how to do things. And even though you know how to do it, they're going to tell you how to do it again every time they see you doing it. Like, that's exactly how she is. And I'm just like, whoa. There's a wreck right there. A 3-car pile-up wreck. Ain't that some bullshit? That's some booty meat. Was that a wreck? They started moving. I guess that wasn't a wreck. Why were they just sitting there? That was weird. It's like all 3 of them started to turn, but the first one just stopped after they turned onto the street, and they're all like really close together. And it's just like, what is happening? Only here in North Carolina, people don't know how to drive. Anyway, my mom loves when I talk about her. So this woman, she trained me. And she trained me. So she trained me how to do my job. So everything I learned from her. The way I do things is because she taught me how to do it that way. So every now and then, like, I think when I first got to going by myself, doing my job by myself, she rose her voice at me. She was just like, who told you to do it like that? And I was just like, trainer. She's like, I ain't teach you how to do it like that. And she was raising her voice like, and that's my pet peeve. I hate when people, grown butt people, raise their voice at me like I ain't a grown butt person. I'm grown. Don't raise your voice at me. My mom don't even raise her voice at me. Why would I accept it from a person who I don't even, you are just a random. You a rando. Like, what? Why would you? Anyway. She did that in front of like my head person. Like, you remember yesterday I said there's supervisor and then the head and then it's the rest of us. She did that in front of the head person. I'm just like, yo, it really felt like she was belittling me. Like, she belittled me in front of this person. And you know how when a kid is getting yelled at in the store, like they done did something and their parent is yelling at them, and that feeling you get, like, oh man, like, oh, they getting the business. Oh, I've been there. Like, you get real quiet all of a sudden. That's how she was. She was just real quiet. She didn't say nothing. I was just like, bruh, you really gonna let this person, you are her buffer, you gonna sit back and let her, you just gonna watch her yell at me like this and belittle me like this? Bet. So the next day she did something else and she yelled at me, and I was just like, what is going on? The day after that, she comes to me and was like, oh, I want to apologize, Bree, for yelling at you the other day. I was just like, oh, well, it's okay. Like, at least you realize that you did it and you apologize. The next day, she did it again. I was just like, this bitch was not really sorry. She was not really sorry. How you going to say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm apologizing for something, and then the next day turn around and do it? No, you weren't really sorry. You just felt some type of way because you know me. I pray to God. I be praying, and I guess God laid it on her heart to come back to me and apologize. She knew she was wrong, like, but I guess she don't think she's wrong on a regular. You know, She's an old black woman, so of course they don't think they wrong on the regular. So from that point on, I'm just like, you in my bad book. So from that point on, I did not want to go to work. I was just irritated because every time I saw her, she would do something or say something to irritate me. Fast forward 2 months later, she's still telling me how to do my job. And I hate that. I do not like that. It's just like I've been doing this. I do the same thing every day. The same freaking thing. Same thing every day. Been doing the same thing for over 2 months now. You think I don't know how to do it? Like, is that what it is? Like, what? I don't understand. Anyway, she's in my bad book. So as y'all know, Christmas is coming up. And at my job, my head was just like, hey, you want to participate in Secret Santa? I was just like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Guess who my person is that I'm buying gifts for? You would never guess. Her! I'm buying gifts for her! I'm just like, bruh, God, you so funny! Because God knows. So this lady, like, she taught me how to do stuff. She'll come over to my session, because she'll be in a whole nother session, but she'll come over to my session and start doing stuff and ask me all these questions. I hate that. When I'm at work, I'm listening to my podcast. Don't be asking me dumb questions. Literally every day somebody asks me, how big is your load today? Now before they can even come over to ask me, they walk past my load. So simply, you can just look down at my load and see how much I have. Like, I hate that. That's a dumb question. This is dumb because you can actually see it for yourself. You don't have to ask me every day how much I got. You can look down. You can answer your own question for yourself. You don't have to. Okay. So she comes over and she just starts doing stuff. And I'm just like, what is going on? And I could be doing something and she'll just take it out my hand. And I hate that. Don't take something out my hand. Like, don't do that. She just got to take over spirit and I just rebuke it. I rebuke it so much. So nowadays, I understand how she is. And I have a thing. When something bothers me about somebody, but I have to be around them, I just accept it. I just accept it and keep on going. So with her, I just accept it. I'd be like, whatever, I don't care anymore. Literally, I don't care anymore. If you want to take over, by all means. One time it got so bad because she kept on taking over everything I was doing. I almost walked out. Like, oh, y'all don't need me here. She's doing my job for me. I can leave because it was just so bad. Like, I hate when I'm a Virgo, so I like doing stuff myself. I don't like asking for help. I like figuring it out myself. And when I really just can't figure it out no more, that's when I'll come over like, hey, can you help me? Like, I have no problem asking for help, but I like to figure out the problem. If I can figure out how to do it without you, great. That's even better. But I have no problem asking for help. At work, though, I have to ask for help so much because I need clearances for so much stuff, and it's exhausting. Every 5 minutes, I gotta ask somebody, like, hey, can you do a clearance for me? Or it's just annoying. So today, I had some stuff that wasn't mine. It was somebody else's, but I didn't know who it went to. Like the person it usually goes to, he wasn't there. He was on, I guess he's on military leave or whatever. So he wasn't there. I'm just like, I don't know where this goes. And I went up in the place, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't figure it out by myself. So I had to ask somebody. So you remember the guy I was telling you about yesterday that always asks me every day, how's the diet going? Well, I see him and I'm walking towards him, but I see her on the other side of him sitting down. And I'm just like, oh, watch she come over here. Like, she's sitting down, he's standing up. They're like maybe 3 feet apart, but he's closer to me and she's like 5 feet away from me. He's 5 feet away from me and she is like 7 feet away from me. So I'm walking up to him and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, why she get up and come over there and be all up in our business? She gonna get up and come over here. So I get to him. As I get to him and about to ask him a question, she gets up out of the seat and starts walking around just like, see, me, Self. I told you, Self. I knew she was going to come over. She can't help herself. She comes over, and I'm asking him the question, and she's hearing me as she comes up, and she grabs the stuff out of my hand, and he's just like, oh, okay. I wish I could see the expression on his face, because he has a hat on, and he has a mask on, and he has on a face shield. So I can't really see what, I wasn't really even paying attention, because I was just like, I knew this was about to happen. I'm giggling on the inside, and he's just like, oh, okay. And I'm just like, okay, thanks, and walk away, because I knew it was going to happen. I'm so used to it. Like, I'm used to her now in her takeover spirit. Like, you was out in a whole other world 2 feet away from us, but yeah, you had to get up and come over and see what we was talking about. And I guess she probably knew I had a question too, because I don't talk to people at work. Like I said, I just do my job and try to get to the house. Like, I ain't got nothing to say to nobody. So she probably knew I had a question, but it was just like, and originally I was going to go to her. However, he was closer, and I knew he would know. So it was just like, oh, let me go to him. People are flying, but everybody's going slow. But it's Friday. It's Friday, 3:30. Like, yeah, we're all trying to get home. It's always a little congested on the interstate on Fridays when I'm trying to get home. Anyway, so this morning, the same woman, the older woman, the older black woman I was talking about, she comes over to me, and she's on the phone, and she's like, how big is your load? And I'm just like, and she's literally right in front of my load. Literally right in front of the stuff I have to do. And I'm just like, oh, because I haven't made my load. Like, I have to do 4 things. Like, I have to make up 4 things and do 4 things, complete those 4 things a day. So I had made my 4, and I didn't make the rest, and they were just there. So I prepared my 4 things, and I'm just like, I don't know how many loads I have today. And I just guessing, like, maybe, I guess 7. And she's like, okay, walks away. And she's on the phone. She tells whoever's on the phone, which is my supervisor. I already know, because who else would call? Because you can call to where I am. And she comes back a few seconds later. It was just like, so how much you gotta get? I was just like, she was like, is somebody gonna help you? Like, who's helping you? I was just like, yeah, somebody's gonna help me, because my coworker earlier that morning, as soon as I got there, was like, oh, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna go ahead and you do your 4, I'm gonna do the rest, which they think is helping. She was just like, I'm gonna do that, so on Monday you won't be like backed up, and it'll just be easier for you. Like, it'll help you out for Monday, which will not help me out for Monday, because as you heard, I have to do 4 loads every day. So I have 7, and I'm supposed to do 4 a day. So if 3 is already made for Monday, I only have to prepare 1 for Monday, since 3 is already prepared. So no, because she's helping me, that means that I have to make 4 now. If you don't come on, people can't drive. You get on the interstate and you slow down. Like, bro, I have this signal on. It's like, speed up and get in front of me so I can get behind you. They just so special. He comes flying on the interstate and then slows down once he sees that I have my turning signal on to get off the interstate. Like, that makes sense. It means it would make more sense to speed up and get in front of me. If we're right beside each other, or you're a little bit in front of me, it means, hey, maybe you should just think, let me speed up a little bit. But I tell you, it makes too much sense for people to do it. Like, it makes too much sense. Anyway, you helping me is not helping me, it's hindering me. Because that means on Monday, since you're doing the 3 that are prepared, I have to make 4 now instead of just 1. Which it's going to take more time. It's going to slow me down. Like, I had to prepare 4 instead of just 1. You see how when I say my help hinders me, I don't want help. I don't want help. Because help is not help. I got to clean up behind them. Then I have to do extra stuff. I always have to do extra stuff when my help comes. My help helped me today, and my stuff, I have to redo half of the stuff she did. I have to redo it on Monday. You see what I'm saying? My help hinders me. I don't understand why, but I can't say anything because my supervisor wants them to come help me because she feels I have to get 4 done. But if they get backed up. Like, it's always stuff coming in. That's why she was like, oh, I was gonna help you for Monday, because even though I'm off this weekend, it's usually people who run the test, but I'm the only person who runs the test. Like, for other tests, there's other people that run it through the whole week. The whole week there's somebody, but I'm the only person who runs this test during Monday through Friday. So it gets backed up. We still get shipments in on Saturday and Sunday. Y'all heard that? That was my mom on the porch, like, laughing at me, like, what are you doing? I said, I'm doing what you told me to, my Vlogmas. You know, we have to do it every day, so I'm doing it right now. My car confessions right now. So still get shipments during the weekend, so that means I got a lot of stuff. Anyway, back to the part of, she said, I told her that somebody's going to help me or whatever. And she's just like, okay. She walks away and she's telling the person who's on the phone, my supervisor, what I just said. She comes back. Everybody, I'm listening to my podcast. Keep on coming back and interrupt my podcast. It low-key slowing me down. When somebody asks me questions, that means I low-key have to stop. Because I don't know what it is. My mom gets on me about it too. When people are talking to me, I don't look at them if I'm doing something, but for some reason, everybody wants my full attention. Like my mom, she could be saying something and I'll just be like, okay. And she's just like, did you hear me? Like the other day, she was saying something in the garage, yelling out the garage. It was like, did you hear me? I'm like, how can I help but to hear you? You yelling in the garage. It's like echo. Like I heard you twice. I don't look at people a lot. I don't look at people when I talk to them or they talk to me. I don't do it often. Like I usually do. Like if you're talking to me and I'm not doing anything, we're making eye contact. But the reason why I don't do it as often as I used to is because people used to tell me that I intimidate them. When I look at them, when they talk to me, and when I look at them, when I talk to them, it intimidates them and it makes them nervous and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I thought that was just, not being rude. But however, since people say that, I don't look at people when they talk anymore. Like right now, I'm not looking at you guys. Might, in another video, I might be looking at you, but whatever. So I don't be looking at people. So she's like, she comes back and she's just like, oh yeah, she asked me to ask you, can you log into your DCs? And I was like, yeah, I can log into them. She was like, okay. And she tells my supervisor, and she was just like, you have some DCs overdue. Nah. I'm just like, yo, is she about to have everybody tell me that I have DCs overdue? Did she think I forgot from yesterday and the day before when she told me I have DCs due? Like, I know I have DCs due. And the fact that she's telling everybody, that what made me upset. I was just like, so she's on the phone with the black older lady. Instead of asking to talk to me, she's talking to the older black lady, having her relay what she's saying to me, which is just annoying to me. I'm just like, is she still mad at the fact that she lied on me to my recruiter? Is that why she mad? Is that why she don't want to talk to me? Because she's mad that she lied? Not me. I didn't do that to her. You lied on me. I should be mad, right? But for some reason, everybody else is mad. Like, what? That irritated me. I was just like, bet. Oh my gosh. You're actually coming to talk to me instead of going to everyone else? Good job. That is improvement. I'm proud of you. Like, literally, the next time she talks to me, I'm literally going to say that to her. And the next time she's going to talk to me is on Monday, because I did not do my DCs. I did. I put in my 8 hours and I left. Because why? It's Friday. What you mean did I do my DCs? I probably won't do those DCs until Tuesday. If Tuesday's a light day, I know I'm not going to do it Monday, because Monday, as you already know, is going to be a mess. It is going to be a heavy day. So I'm not going to do my DCs till probably Tuesday, depending on how big my load is and how much help I get. Because if I get a lot of help, I'm going to be behind. Yo, I sneezed inside my mask today and almost had a freaking panic. No, I did have a panic attack. I was just like, bro, and I'm freaking out. And the girl who, is like, I'm in front of the machine. I sneeze inside my mask, so the girl whose desk is right beside the machine, the girl who blew her nose and then just put gloves on, yeah, she's a dirty bird. She'll always be. Anytime I refer to her, I'm going to say that, so you know who I'm talking about. Oh yeah, the dirty bird. So she's just like, bless you, are you okay? And I'm just like, no, I'm freaking out. She's like, why are you freaking out. I'm just like, there's germs inside my mask. And she's just like, they're your germs. And I'm just like, no. They're the bad germs. That's the reason why I sneeze. They have to get out my body. Now they're in my mask and I'm breathing them in. And she's like, are you a germaphobe? I'm just like, yeah. Yes, I'm a germaphobe. I'm freaking out, and I run to the bathroom, I run and get a new mask, wash my hands, and I'm just like, that was gross. Come back, and she's just like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that about you. I'm learning new things about you. Tell me more. And I'm just like, I just go in on my problems that I have. I'm claustrophobic. I don't like elevators. I don't like germs. Low-key mild case. Got a mild case of OCD. Like, I just go in on my problems. And I'm just like, and she's just like, oh my gosh. And I'm just like, yeah. She's like, how do you live? And I'm like, it's really hard, but it's gotten a little bit easier since COVID happened. Because more people wash their hands and stuff is getting wiped down. I don't have to think about it, because usually I walk in somewhere, or if I touch a doorknob, I freak out. Like, I'll never touch a doorknob. I try not to. Even if I touch it with my clothes, I can't touch a doorknob with my clothes. It's like, it's on my clothes now. It's gonna be there forever. Like, I'd rather touch it with my hands so I can wash my hands, or I'm gonna wash my hands immediately. Like, things I have to go through how my brain thinks, because if I know that I touched something, my mind will be like, you just touched something. Germ alert, there's germs everywhere, germs. So I have to literally go at that time and wash my hands and handle it. But that was my drive rant. I am at the house, been here for a second, and I just wanted to finish it up before I got in the house, because my mom's still at work. I thought she was going to get off early. I was so excited. Before I went to work this morning, she was just like, I'm going to Hershey's. You want some? Yes, I want something from Hershey's. I love Hershey's. Please go to Hershey's. Bring me back some. So it's some Hershey's in the house, and I'm excited. I'm about to get in the house and eat. I was going to work out, but Hershey's calling my name. Hey, late night workout. Hey. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, your weekend. See me tomorrow, okay, boo? Yeah. Bye.